Hey, how you doing? Hope everyone is well. And welcome to my mental health chat, where I'll be talking briefly on weight and struggling mentally. When you're struggling mentally, sometimes we do a lot of stress eating. I know I did. And that causes a lot of excessive weight. Myself, when I was struggling mentally, I found comfort in eating. I didn't know why. I just know I found comfort in eating. But I didn't know I was doing harm to myself because I felt safe when I was eating. But come to find out, that's what was causing, my excessive weight gain. Out of everything that I had learned about eating right and exercising, I used to lift, heavy. I used to run, I was very active. And then I got hurt and that all changed. And, with me struggling mentally, how I learned and everything that I learned, that all went out the window. I got up to about 258 pounds, on the wrong side of 258 pounds. And I found myself miserable. I found myself miserable with myself. I felt I had no way out of how I was feeling. And, I ended up, or almost ended up, crashing and burning. But, somebody poured into me and suggested I talk to somebody. And I stalled on that for a little bit. But when I did speak to somebody, I felt that's what started drawing me out of where I was. I was able to get back down to about 215, 220-ish, from 255. The first time I talked to my therapist about my weight, I was expecting a bombardment of negativity and whatnot, but my therapist surprised me. He listened without judging or assuming. He listened. And that's all we need sometimes, is somebody to just listen, My therapist also gave me some tips on dealing with my anxiety and depression, which are key ingredients to stress eating. Now, if you're watching, grab a pen and paper to take notes. I'm going to give you some things that was given me by my therapist that can also help you. I'm hoping that they help you, okay? Number one, always seek help if needed. Use the free resources that's out there, okay? The internet is free. So use your free resources to find out more about managing your weight when you're struggling mentally, okay? Use coping skills. I knew nothing about a coping skill many years ago, but I have learned, and I've learned to use things like breathing exercises. You have to sit by yourself though. You have to sit by yourself and just focus on breathing. Nothing drastic, just breathing in and breathing out. Nothing drastic at all. And then you want to complement that with some meditation. And that, again, you're sitting by yourself and just focusing on good thoughts, focusing on things that make you happy, focusing on things that make you feel good, Journaling. I know some of you out there might say, I'm not a writer, I'm not much of a writer. But if you just get your smartphone and pull up your note app, or pull up a Word document on your laptop or your desktop, or pull up a notepad on your on your notebook, okay? You can start journaling, you can write about your experiences of what you're going through, and that will start to draw you out of where you are And you can look back and reference those notes, to help you, when you're in crisis again. Take a walk, or run, or do some movement in the house. Daily movement is so important. A body in motion is a body that's producing. So daily activity is very, very important. So make sure that you're doing something. If you're confined to the bed, you can move your legs a little bit. You can move your arms a little bit. That's a movement that you can do every day. So don't think just because you're in a particular situation that you can't get your daily movement in, because you can. Okay. I have been down with a work injury for almost 4 years now, and when this first started out, I couldn't do anything. And I was so unhappy. I was so miserable with myself. And then as time went on, I started learning more and more about things that I could do to help me get some daily movement in, okay? Even though I was confined to the bed for a certain period of time. Then once I came up out of the bed, I graduated to walking in the house. And then once I graduated from walking in the house, I graduated to walking, out the hallway. Then I graduated to walking outside. So it's what you think is impossible, it is possible, okay? Get a warm bath or shower. This is my number one. This is my number one go-to. Though I have come not to like showers because of the prep that I have to do, it is one of the best things that I can do to help me settle, to help me relax, okay? To put some ease on the tension that I'm feeling. A warm shower or a warm bath will definitely help. And for those of you that can't necessarily get into the tub, if you can get somebody to help you in the shower and just feel that warm water coming over you, it'll definitely help you, okay? I then spoke to my nutritionist, and they gave me some tips on how to curb my cravings so that I would start to see some difference in my weight. They work for me, so I'm hoping that they'll work for you. Number one, stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. Drink water all day long. Not so much power drinks, not so much Gatorade, not so much Powerade, but water. Just water. Just simple water. If you're getting in a gallon a day, which I know most of us will say, that's impossible. No, it's not. No, it's not. If you just start drinking water and getting to the habit of drinking water, you'll find yourself drinking a gallon, no problem. And sometimes you'll find yourself drinking more than a gallon, all right? Water is the best thing that you can have, okay? Cut back on the empty calories. I didn't know what empty calories were, but once I found out, I had to cut back on them. And those are things like sodas, processed snacks, sweets and desserts, and fast food. I was the king of empty calories. But when you learn better, you do better. Try to eat your biggest meal in the morning and your biggest meal in the evening, okay? Now, here's the thing. When you eat in the morning, because some of us are not breakfast people, so you can have yourself a protein shake, or you can have yourself a smoothie. Though that's a major meal for you in the morning. And then in the afternoon, have like a salad or a sandwich. And then like in the evening time, have you some meat and vegetables. And you want to eat in the evening time before 6 or 8 o'clock, okay? And the reason why I say that, I have learned that if you eat before 6 or 8 o'clock, and once you're done eating, you give your body a chance to digest that food so you don't go to bed on it. Okay. All right. Meal prep if possible. I found that meal prepping does help. I don't do it all the time, but it does help. If you can fix 4 meals for the week, or 5, I'm sorry, 5 meals for the week, and put you a vegetable, piece of meat, or some pasta, or salad. If you can, not a salad, I'm sorry. Well, no, you can meal prep a salad. If you can meal prep those things, if it's meat and vegetables, you can pretty much freeze that. You can freeze those 5 meals, and then if you're gonna do up a salad, for those 5 days, you can prep your salad, make it up, put it in the fridge, and you're good to go. Because salad will keep up to 7 days, and then it'll start to turn. But you can meal prep your salads, and you can meal prep your meals. Okay. Also, try switching up your snacking habits. I love potato chips. I love popcorn. I love some good snacks. But I'm finding that once I started making substitutes, gentle substitutions, I found that my body started to react to that, and I started to feel different. I started to look different. Okay, so you might want to try, instead of doing what you usually do, make a small substitute. Try some dried fruit, try some carrots and ranch, try some Greek yogurt and some granola. Try some air pop popcorn, without the butter and all that. It's just some air pop popcorn. Try some nuts like cashews, peanuts, pistachios, or some seeds, and try some whole grain crackers with cheese. Now, me myself, I really don't like anything whole grain, but I will get a Ritz cracker and some cheese. So whatever you choose to try, trust me, will make a difference. It will eventually make a difference in how you feel and how you look. Okay. And 6, remain active. Stay active daily. Do things that are going to keep your body in motion. Doesn't have to be much, but do things that are going to keep your body in motion. Okay. Now, when struggling mentally and struggling with your weight, it can be overwhelming. I found that to be so true, when I was struggling mentally. So you have to make sure that you have a good support team in place. And I know sometimes, some of us feel, I don't need to talk to anybody. I don't need to talk to anybody. I don't need nobody helping me. Yeah, you do. You do. And once you come down off that stoop and you start to understand that a support team is what you need to keep you leveled, you need somebody to listen. And when you understand that you need that support team, you'll start to see the difference it makes in your mental and also in your weight. For those of you that think that you have to struggle alone, you don't have to. You don't have to. You do not have to struggle alone. With your support team in place, everything is a team effort from then on out. Once you have your support team in place, everything is a team effort, to help you get better. Okay. Now, if you're struggling and need immediate help, here's some free resources for you. 911 is the main one. That you can use at any point in time, and they can lead you to the proper people that you need to speak to. Okay. Or you can dial 988. Now that's the National Suicide and Crisis Hotline, and there's somebody there that will listen. Okay. They're also on the web at 988lifeline.org. That's 988lifeline.org. Okay. And for my vets out there who are struggling and feel they need some help, dial 988 and press 1. That's 988 and press 1. The whole gist of the information that of the presentation that I just gave you is to help you to understand that you don't have to go it alone. You don't have to do any of this alone. Okay. And if you know somebody who could use this information, please make sure they get it. All right. Now, if you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. And share with someone who you think needs it. Okay. Everybody have a great one. Many blessings. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.